И звук забыл выключить. Бе. Так. А, почему не видно игру? О, теперь видно. Все, можно теперь начинать. Я прежнюю кампанию, ну, почти прошел, почему я начал заново? Я брал 5 часов и такой персонаж был. Я просто новый персонаж. Музыка очень громкая играет. Капец, такая громкая. Магия, магия стихии, темная магия, существование. Давай ты учись записать выражение. Щиты, пальцы. И что мы качаем? Теперь холодный может очень тихо. Давай ты учись записать выражение. О, ты там включишь. Так. Я доигрался уже. Я доиграюсь, и мы на черный экран отыграем. Именно вылетело. Окей, окей. Тихо ты там. Не хочу. Во. Новый персонаж. Ну, черная магия тут. Некромантия. Ну это хорошо нам. Ладно, давай выберу некромантию, чем мне черная магия. Буяние в луче вероятно успешно применив разум молчает действие. Мудрый, изучив максимум запознавания. Вот так, хорошо. Мне не нравится куда это.
It all began
Все
with the
началось с
discovery
появления
of the
древнего
old
огня
fire and the secret
и
of the
раскрытых тайн
convocation.
предпламя,
13
и 13
mages,
магов, ослепленных
blinded,
алчностью
driven by the
и жаждой
greed for
богоравного
divine
могущества.
power. And under the bondage of the circle, their armies
Армия
unleashed
сияла
death
смерть и
and
разрушение.
destruction. Bonded with the
Ведомые
power
влиянием
of
древних
ancient
руин,
runes, cursed to
что
eternal
влияет на
life
вечную жизнь и
and
вечную
eternal
смерть,
death. Until the last day
пока
of
не
the
пришел
old
последний день
era had
древней
dawned.
эпохи.
So have you come to witness the day of my ultimate triumph,
Ты явился за
poor old man?
бедный старик.
No. To witness your downfall. You cannot win. The convocation is a lie. It will destroy
Они
all of
погубили
us.
всех нас.
So,
И что с этого?
you shouldn't have come. You really think I care a fig for your whimpering?
Интересно, я уже теперь это раз так 10. И... Ой, ты дышишь. Я уже не знаю, смотреть. Хочу уже поиграть. Всё, блин, не хочу тратить.
Tahira!
Тахира. Я не хочу читать текст, он очень угрюмый.
Rowan sent us. He needs the
Well,
power
but
of
we're
the
not gonna
Rune
proceed.
Warriors. The Northern Realms are in danger.
Ладно.
Rowan knows
Blah,
I
blah,
will
blah, blah,
never
blah,
serve
blah,
a
blah,
circle
blah.
mage again.
Blah, blah,
My
blah,
powers
blah,
are
blah, blah, blah,
exhausted.
blah.
I have seen quite enough misery and bloodshed. Rowan will have to look for somebody else.
Будьте людьми. Я не
That's
хочу
why he
это
sent
читать.
us. A very special rune lies concealed somewhere in these lands. We're here to search for it. But we were attacked and Lev is wounded. He needs your help. We need your help.
Then I hardly have any choice.
Ну, это, ну,
Very
вы же
well.
учите меня.
I will help you.
Чувосу.
Where is Lev?
Да, у меня нет выбора. Хорошо.
I lost sight of him
Я
somewhere
потеряла из
behind the
виду
gate
где-то
there. I hope he's
в
still
этом деле
alive.
ещё жива,
These
пока ты
damn
хочешь.
dorks.
I'll look for him.
Я найду
You
его.
stay here by my
Оставайся
hut.
здесь. Мой, всё.
Thank you, Tahira. It's good to have you back with us.
Выходурь тебя, Тахира. Дякую, пошел. О.
Welcome to the world of SpellForce. In the name of when you are now select your avatar by clicking on Tahira in the game world.
Как мне пропустить обучение? Не хочу обучение проходить.
Very good. You can move the view with either the cursor keys or with the mouse by holding down the right mouse button. You can also adjust the view by moving the mouse pointer to the appropriate edge of the screen. A selected unit is marked with a colored ring. Move Tahira down the path to the east and through the open stone gate to the Bindstone, a large boulder, by clicking the right mouse button next to it.
Что будешь проходить?
The Bindstone offers the avatar an opportunity to connect his. Select the Bindstone with a click. At the bottom edge of the screen, you will find the action bar. A new symbol for activate this Bindstone should have appeared there. Click on that symbol. The Bindstone will light up and is now active. You are now bound to this Bindstone. In the lower right, you will find the overview map. Black areas have not yet been explored and are automatically uncovered when you approach them with units. Your avatar has a greater view radius, so he will uncover a larger area. The dots on the overview map are in different colors. Green dots represent your own units, red enemy and blue neutral or allied units or buildings. A few special objects, such as monuments, are marked in yellow. Continue along the path to the east.
Мне еще треба ролик запилить про шубки. Еще сделать.
SpellForce offers you the option of witnessing the events of the game from different views, including the third-person perspective, where you see the... Now change to the third-person perspective by zooming in closer. This is only possible if your avatar is inside the field of view.
Помогите.
In the third-person perspective, follow the path in third-person perspective toward the east through the next stone gate.
Ну в чем можем?
You can change to the third-person perspective anytime in the game, but for now, we will assume you will be using isometric.
Что мне ожидать сделать? Мне криперат
Change back to the normal isometric.
Спасибо.
An enemy goblin is lurking around the next corner. He isn't very dangerous. When you hold the mouse pointer over him, a bar will show you his health condition. Select your avatar and click with the right mouse button on the goblin. Your avatar will attack the goblin. As soon as he has been defeated, we will continue. The goblin's corpse will light up, which indicates that he was carried from an object. You can now take possession of the subject. Take up a position close to the dead goblin and click on the corpse.
А
with the
тебе
right
это
mouse
пойдет
button.
игра на компьютер?
You can then see what object the goblin had with him on the left-hand edge of the screen. Click on the shield to take it with you. It will be automatically added to your inventory. The shield increases your avatar's armor class when you are carrying it. With a higher armor class, you lose fewer life points when an opponent hits you with a weapon. To open your inventory, click on the backpack symbol in the action bar, which can be found on the bottom.
I should have...
Да. Я тебя истину.
I thank you, Tahira.
What happened anyway? You're saying
Yes, but keeps...
On the left, you now see the unused equipment. In the middle, the objects your avatar is currently using.
Thanks.
На компьютер пойдет или на телефон пойдет?
Thanks for healing me.
Или эта игра пойдет в 40 FPS?
Now close the inventory with a click on the backpack or the check mark in the lower right of the window, or by simply pressing I again.
Это не сумка, это будет боже мой. Я знаю это все хорошо.
In the upper left-hand corner, you can see a clickable portrait of the avatar. We call these buttons portrait buttons. The green bar in the portrait indicates the character's health. When the character is injured, it will change color from green to yellow to red, depending on the severity of the injury. When the character has no more life points, he perishes. Your avatar's life points will, however, regenerate with time. The blue bar represents mana. Follow the path through the next stone gate until you have reached the left. If someone offers you a dial, select your avatar, approach Lev, and click on him with the right mouse button to begin the dialogue. You have a healing spell at your disposal.
Не пойдет,
If you
а ты
wish to
можешь
use it.
справиться, Ира?
Thanks for healing.
The simplest possibility is offered by the click and fight system. To use this, select Lev. Under your avatar's portrait button, all meaningful
На
actions for
телефоне
the
хочешь
selected
мои
target
снимать?
will appear.
Или на
The
компьютере?
blue hand is the symbol for the healing spell.
Якщо на компьютере,
Click
я
on
могу
the symbol to
записаться
heal Lev.
с водами потом. Ну, мадамы, думаете, не пойдет.
The click and fight system can be... Speak to Lev again.
Ничего будет. Пойдет на телефон. На
You have
компьютер,
received additional...
у меня пойдет на
Thanks
компьютер,
for
у меня пойдет
healing
на
me.
телефон.
Once, next, open your inventory and click on the symbol for spellbook. On the left, you will see the inventory for magic spell scrolls. On the right, your spellbook, and above it, the so-called magic memory. Click on the scroll in the inventory to place it on the mouse pointer. Then click any free space in your spellbook. You now have transferred a new spell into your spellbook. You can enter any number of spells into your spellbook, but you can only simultaneously memorize and use 10 of those magic spells in your magic memory.
Stay with me, men.
Learn the fireball spells by clicking on the fireball symbol in your spellbook, and then
Почему полчаса было? Ну, ты еще есть.
now close your inventory.
Ну, играй. Хоть я получится на сервак, то зови меня, я тоже скрятым оружием.
Follow the path until you see the Minotaur. Use the fireball spell to defeat the
Так, бо я
Minotaur.
дивлюсь сюди вниз і хер знає, що я роблю. Так как-то телефон сюди поставлю.
Many creatures are partially or completely resistant. Behind the next gate, a fire elemental creature awaits for you. This creature is completely resistant to your fire magic. Continue along the path.
Сколько лет твого ноуті? Мені просто інтересно. Якщо мой комп'ютер тягнув Майнкрафт, і у тебе
Try to use your magic spell against the fire elemental creature. If a creature has resisted a magic spell, you will see white bouncing
Якщо у тебе потеряна
sparks.
стара версія Майнкрафта,
This
то старий
defeat the fire
версія.
elemental creature in close combat.
Блядь, забота.
Enemies, beware. It's an ambush.
Старое, плохое похоже. Я може би блядь,
The fire elemental was carrying a hero's rune and 4 objects. Take possession.
Я грав в цю гру дуже довго. Якщо чо. Почти місяць грав в цю гру. Free Fire.
Beside your main character,
Друзья,
you now have up to 5
поки мені
heroes at
почали
your
їх
disposal.
обсирати.
The heroes are your strongest allies and may have magic powers.
Ну, можно.
The hero's rune you
Давай
just
завтра еще
found
возьмем.
represents a skilled long-range fighter. The rune establishes the hero's characteristics and abilities. In the course of the game, you will find more runes and also replace some of the older runes. To summon a hero, you must use the hero's rune in your rune table, which you always have with you, and then find a hero's monument for the summoning procedure.
Прямо сейчас?
Open your inventory and go to the category Rune Board.
А я уже... Прямо сейчас?
On the left side, you will see your currently Depending on which level your avatar has, you can apply up to 5 runes at once. Click on the rune of the hero
Завтра или
and place
сейчас?
it in one of the empty fields of the rune tablet located at the top. Now you will have to arm the hero. You should have received a bow, a dagger, and 2 pieces of armor. Go into the inventory and select the category Equipment. On the right side of the window, you will now see 2 portraits. Select the lower portrait and give your hero the 4 new objects from the left side of the inventory. The bow must go into his left hand. That's the space on the right-hand side. If your avatar or a hero cannot use an object, it will be marked with a red background. Close your inventory. Follow the path to the Great Monument. This is the hero's monument. Go right up to the hero's monument, select it, and click on the rune symbol in the action bar.
Проблема то, что у меня зарядка очень плохая на телефоне, моя зарядка свой телефон полчаса.
Aside from the hero monument, the symbol of a hand appears in the selection window. You can inform yourself of the rune power of your avatar.
Forwards. Follow
Every
me.
time you call upon a hero, now you can summon the hero. Select the monument and click on the symbol for the hero in the action bar. After a few seconds, the hero should appear. A second portrait button for your new hero should now appear in the upper left. You can now command the hero. If you want to select several units simultaneously, you can hold down the left mouse button on the game and drag the fan around both characters. As soon as you release the left mouse, the selection will start. You can combine combat units to form groups. Select the units and click on one of the small buttons at the top of the screen in the middle, or hold down the control key and select a number key from 1 to 6 for the respective group. Once you have defined a group, a portrait button will appear at the top of the screen with the number of units in the group. The functionality of the portrait button is identical to your avatar.
On my command.
You can now very quickly select a group by clicking on the appropriate portrait button or pressing the number key. Follow the path further toward the south.
С миром. Коли придешь, якщо ти
You
придешь,
have a
сделай
fight with the
чай. Хорошо, я
undead
чай хочу
ahead
пить.
of you. Together with your hero, you can win this fight. Use your magic.
Stay with me, men.
Well done. One of the undead was carrying a valuable gem. Take it along with you.
Here.
Should you want to further test your fighting skills, turn north here. Otherwise, follow the path farther towards the south.
Я надеюсь, уже скоро войду в портал и
Quickly now.
успокоюсь.
Now.
Я прошу.
Follow me. Forwards.
Это Ю, да?
Follow me.
Да,
Quickly now.
пошли.
Attack. The lines must hold. We're under attack.
Уже бандиты кулак.
The lines must hold.
Ты, маг, почему ты, блин, не сравниваешь?
For freedom. We're under attack.
Они очень слабые.
Rune warriors, stand by me.
Почему такие слабые?
The rune's orders. Right onwards, warriors.
Два Минотавра.
Now. For freedom.
Я раньше могу.
The rune calls.
Ты ничего не видишь. И что ты умеешь? Ты не- Это что, мой герой? Или это просто персонаж для
On
обучения?
my command.
Я не
For
помню.
our
Мне кажется, это персонаж для обучения, да, да.
Stay with me, men. For freedom.
Я такой персонаж для сюда, о.
The lines must hold.
Как
I'm
ты
ready.
убил его?
Rune warriors, stand by me.
Слабый.
Here. Now. To adventure.
Это все? Почему есть персонаж? А, это зеленый. Капец.
Destiny awaits. Let's go. Into battle we go. On my command. I'm ready. Forwards.
Как вы станете? Идите сюда теперь.
Let's go.
Ой, у меня уже голова болит. Целый день всю ночь не спал. Капец. Треба сегодня раньше легче поспать. Что за что преследует? Славе. Я должен всех убить.
To adventure.
Капец, меня ж не видно. Я сижу, так мне пол лица все видно. Здесь меня хорошо слышно. Кайфово.
Follow the path until you find the merchant. Merchants can be identified by the
Forwards.
rotating coin above their
Follow me.
heads.
Люмиэль, торговец Люмиэль. Красавчик какой, Люмиэльчик.
You can buy and sell all kinds of objects from a merchant.
Купить. Ладно.
Go up to the merchant and speak to him by clicking on him with
Надо
the right
продать
mouse button.
это.
A window will appear
Я
with the
куплю
merchant's
его
menu.
Логично.
On the left of the menu, you will see your objects,
your command.
and on the right, the
Understood.
merchant's objects. Your
Yes.
available money, one object you want to sell select the lowermost symbol to open the category
Room call.
Quest
Very well.
and Value objects.
Forwards.
Click on the gem.
Что такое?
The object you
Follow
are
me.
offering will be marked
Ah,
green,
no.
and in the middle you
Ooh,
will
я
see
уже
the
пришел.
price the merchant wants to pay. Click on Sell. Now you can
I'm
buy
ready.
something else with the money.
Иди сюда.
To
Click on the
adventure.
Rooms category and purchase the Human Worker room.
Дешево. И дешево.
Tahira,
Yes,
in the once.
Conclude the trade by clicking on the check mark on the lower left in the window or by pressing these.
You must kill the.
Что принеси?
You must kill the leader.
Open your inventory, select the category Rune Board, and place the Human Worker rune in the slot with the human portrait on the lower left
Yes.
of the Rune Board.
I'm on it.
Надо
Master of
научить
the
того, что
room?
я знаю.
Let's get cracking then. Yes? Break's over. Time for
Close
work.
your inventory.
The rune calls.
Follow the path to the bindstone.
At your command. Right away. Master of the rune?
Select the bindstone and activate it using the action bar. Should your character perish, you will not have to repeat the whole journey.
Вертяйся.
You can travel from one bindstone to another bindstone you have already activated. To do this, select your avatar and go to the bindstone, click on it with the right mouse button and select your destination.
Серьезно.
You can try this out now if you want. When
Ready
you
to
are
go.
done, follow the path to the human monument.
Так, и оба.
let's go.
Пошли.
Speak to Joshua, the man directly beside the monument.
Вы удаляете или...
You should now have received a quest. Open your inventory and select the quest book page.
Forwards.
In the middle of the window, you will see all your... when you hold close your inventory, go to the
Ready to go.
monument, select it, and click on the rune symbol in the action bar. The moment you occupy, the worker will appear in a couple of seconds. You may also click the symbol several times to order more workers.
Я знаю.
Produce at least 5 workers.
Ready to go.
Диаметрию назад.
When you have selected the monument, you will see numbers indicating your population on the up work to the left of the monument. To help on the select workers and send them with the right mouse button to chop down trees, collect stone and mine ore until you have at least 50 units of each of these 3 basic resources.
Master of the rune? Let's get cracking then. At your service. As good as done. Your orders?
Сделай, чтобы еще было, чтобы легче находили сюда. Да, быстрее.
Building completed. On my way. Understood. Your orders?
Ну,
Ready to
часов
go.
накопать, давай быстрее.
Yes, I'm on it. Ready to Let's go. Get cracking then. I'm on it. At your service. Understood.
Вы дерево не занесете, да? Охрана.
Here I am.
Я могу сейчас прийти.
Very good. You now have sufficient resources to construct your first. Select a worker and click on the building symbol in the action bar. A selection of buildings will appear. Click on the woodcutter hut and select a site in the game world near the forest to start construction by clicking the left mouse button.
The rune calls. We'll be done.
The selected worker will now begin to erect the building. You can select additional workers and send them to the construction site with a right click, should you want construction to progress faster. Now select some other workers and build a quarry near the stone resources and a mine near the iron.
Yes. Here we go. At your service. Very well, off I go. Your orders? As good as done. Here I am. I'm on it. Your orders? Here we go. I'm on it. Ready to go. Understood. Orders? Break's over. Time for work.
In each of these resource buildings, up to 5 workers can advance to the status of so-called craftsmen. Craftsmen have different clothing and special tools, and are twice as efficient as simple workers.
Let's get them completed.
When you select a finished building, then you can see how many craftsmen are already assigned to this building in the selection window. When you click an empty symbol, and there is another free worker available, he will be assigned to the building. When you click an occupied symbol, a worker will be released. Those workers that construct a building automatically take over the free jobs in the building insofar as they are available.
Building completed. Here we go.
When you send a worker to a building with the right mouse button, you can fill free jobs. This way, workers who, for example, chop down trees, will automatically look for free jobs in woodcutter houses and start doing them in a short time. Wait until all 3 buildings are finished. Should construction work fail to continue on a building, this means you have mistakenly removed all the workers from the construction site. Now your resources should increase much faster. Keep an eye on the individual stocks and, if necessary, assign your workers to other jobs. In order to recruit a larger army, you will need food. Humans are very flexible and are able to catch fish, hunt or breed animals, and grow grain.
Master of the rune?
In the area surrounding your base, you will find a number of animals. Build a hunting lodge to gather food. Additionally, construct a small headquarters so that you will have up to 30 workers at your disposal. You can send up to 5 workers to the hunting lodge to collect food faster. The amount of the food you have stored determines the maximum size of your army. The flags on the buildings show you whom the building... If you look... Now you should do something to defend your settlement. Build 2 towers in the area around the stone slabs, as enemies might come from this direction.
At your service. Here I am.
Кан уже достаточно.
On my way, yes?
Вот здесь большие волны, вот здесь. Я не знаю, где большие волны. Здесь.
Yes?
Там в районе шла.
As good as done.
Я не был еще? Так будет. Уже было отлично. Супер. Мне не страшно. Ничего. Штаб хочу быть. Стой, не смотрю, конечно, засну, пока прям все произойдет. Заносите, что стоите? Заносите.
Here I am.
Ты все занимаю. Вот я выучу штаб. Может еще делать. Иди сюда.
Your orders? As good as done. Master of the room?
Тоже туда.
I'm on it. At your service.
Сюда.
Very well, off I go. Yes, I'm on it.
Yes.
Master of the rune?
Носками тут фигуры.
Ready to go. At your service. Let's get cracking then. Your orders? Off to work. Your orders?
Еще один.
Here I am. Your orders?
Еще сюда.
Building completed. Off to work. Building completed.
Я понял, не здесь.
Some goblins are attacking your settlement. You will soon hear an alarm signal and see a red symbol on the overview map indicating the site of the attack. Defend your town with your avatar and your hero.
Ready to fight, sir. On my way.
It's an ambush. Into battle we go. The lines
Excellent. The attack has been thwarted. By the way,
At your service.
whenever you hear an alarm signal, you can use the space bar to immediately switch to the site of the action. If your towers are damaged, you can have them repaired. Select one. You can not only summon... Now it is time to build an army. Firstly, you will need to construct a forge.
Awaiting your order.
Weapons and
Ready
armor
for
for
action
battle
away, sir.
units will be manufactured in this
Eyes
forge.
open, sword ready
If you
to
have
serve the
several
area.
forges, you can produce units
Sir.
faster.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Battle units
my
are
command.
also summoned to human monuments. If you would like to establish a rally point for
Quickly.
new units, select the human monument and click with the right mouse button on the desired destination. The appearance of a little flag indicates that the summoned combat units will assemble at this point. Select the human monument and summon at least 3 recruits and 3 scouts.
At your service.
If you are unable to produce units, You will find text marked in red in the help window, which specifies the
I'm on
reason
it.
why,
Master
for
of the
example,
rune?
a missing or unoccupied building, or insufficient resource.
Yes, sir.
Here I am.
The orcs have their
Very
own
well,
scouts
off I go.
always on the lookouts for enemies.
Orders?
If one of these scouts discovers your settlement or your
Master of the
warriors,
rune?
he will return to his headquarters and sound the alarm. A scout is about to discover your
orders?
settlement, which is shown by a yellow symbol appearing
What
on the
does the rune
overview
desire?
map. Destroy the opponents before they can get away.
Here.
Ready to go. As good as done.
Enemy contact.
I shall not fail.
You may not be attacked.
Now.
Enemy headquarters will eventually notice the missing scout and start searching for it. You have gained time and can use it to quickly produce more scouts and recruits.
Follow me.
It is important for
Quickly
you to
now.
destroy the buildings in the enemy camp
Now.
as quickly as possible, because new opponents are continuously being recruited there.
It
To
on.
produce a larger army, you will need larger
Stay with
quantities
me,
of
men.
food. Select your human monument.
Ready for action. Yes, sir.
The rune call will be done.
Fortify the defenses.
The low numbers in the selection window on the left indicate how many combat
Waiting your
units you
ordering
have, as well as the maximum number you can support. Current maximum is 10. Inside the headquarters
before the
buildings,
light.
you can use food to
On my
increase the
command.
maximum
Fortify the
size of
defenses.
your army. Select your small
Destiny waits. Attack.
In the action bar below, you will now see a symbol for food. When you hold the mouse pointer directly above, the costs for this increase will show up in the help window. When you click once on the symbol, the maximum number of combat units will increase from 10 to 15 for 100. Increase the maximum number of combat units to at least
Sir.
20
Yes,
units
sir.
by clicking the symbol twice. If the symbol is darkened, your hunters
Eyes
have not
open, sword
acquired
ready, sir.
sufficient food,
Here.
and you will have to wait a while.
To adventure. Forwards.
With the small headquarters, you can support a maximum of 30 combat units. Medium-sized or large headquarters, which will become available later, afford additional possibilities if you produce additional scouts and recruits and destroy the orc camp in the east. Secure more resources and ensure you have sufficient food. You cannot search
Yes,
corpses or chests when enemies
To
are near.
adventure.
There is a chest in the orc camp. Stand close to it with one of your characters, and you will be able to
Quickly
open
now.
the chest by clicking with the right mouse button. Take possession of both plans. You have just found the construction
shall not
plan
fail.
for a new building, and the unit plan for the human unit clerics. Open your inventory and go to the plans page. Here you have an overview. Place the unit plan in a free space among the units in the lower line. You can now produce this unit at your human. Place the building plan in an empty slot on the line of building icons. The first line may be full, so you might have to press the right arrow.
Understood.
Now your workers are able to construct the Temple of Light. Close your inventory.
Let's get cracking then.
If you want to summon human units with magic powers, you will need Aria, a magic liquid. Near the orc camp, you will find an Aria spring. Simple workers are not able to collect Aria. You will need a special building for that purpose.
Building completed.
Put up an Aria shrine near the Aria spring and the Temple of Light in your main settlement. To select this building, you must click on the pointer on the right of the building selection.
Building completed. Yes? All right then. Master of the room? No problem. At your service. Break's over, time for work. Ready to go. Your orders? Yes? No problem. Here we go. Yes? At your service. As good as done. Building completed.
Up to 5 workers can work in the Temple of Lights. Additionally, if you produce at least 3 clerics. Should you be unable to produce the unit, the button will be darkened. In this case, move the mouse over the button and follow the instructions in the help window. In case you already have the maximum number of units, you can select units and destroy them by using the key K.
Ready to fight, sir. Moving out. Ready for action. On my way. All right. Moving out. Securing the area. Right away, sir.
Destiny awaits.
The next thing we want to do is gear up iron production a little. Put up a smelting works as close as possible to your mine build.
Here we go. Building completed.
The mine craftsman will now deliver the mined ore to the smelting works, where simple workers can only build a food storehouse.
Here we go. Ready and able. The rune's orders. What does the rune desire? Building completed.
When the food storehouse is finished, you can use food to regenerate the life points and mana reserves in your summoned units. This is especially important if you summon several magic units.
Yes.
Your avatar and your heroes, by the way, regenerate themselves without food. Summon at least 15 combat units. If you follow the path past the orc camp farther to the east, you will arrive at an enemy lookout. As soon as it makes sight contact, advance with your avatar, the hero, and at least 15 combat units to the east. As soon as the lookout has discovered you, a yellow warning signal will appear on the overview map.
I'm ready.
Ready for action. Right away, sir. Eyes open, sword ready, sir. Awaiting your orders. The area.
The rune calls. On my way.
The orcs have been alerted to your presence and will send out an assault wave to confront you. Destroy the orcs and their camp.
Right away. On my way.
Never surrender. Never surrender.
Unlike into battle we go.
Fortify the Yes, sir. Awaiting your order. Ready for action.
Destiny awaits.
At your command.
Congratulations. If you now look in your quest book, the leader of the orcs was carrying the rune. Loot the corpse and take the rune if not already done so. Now go back to Joshua at the human monument and talk to him.
Very well.
By Zarek's accursed, even nuts.
You have received additional experience with every nook of your game, and go into the category Character Information. On the right of the window, select your avatar if it's not already activated. On the left of the window, you will see the skills of your avatar, and in the middle, its attributes. Distribute the new attribute points, for example, for strength or wisdom. To do this, click in the window on the small arrows directly beside the numbers of the attributes. The individual attributes stand for the characteristics of a figure. If you pass over an attribute with the mouse pointer, the help window will explain the meaning of the individual numbers. Now distribute the new skill points. Click on New Skills and select Light Combat. Distribute the second point wherever you like by clicking on one of the small arrows beside the skill. Due to your improved skills in light combat, you have now received an additional combat skill. It's called Berserk. You will find this melee combat skill in your spellbook. Transfer Berserk to your magic memory. Close your inventory. Combat abilities and some magic spells test the Berserk ability by selecting your character and clicking the symbol below in the action bar, or above left on the portrait. When you trigger the Berserk ability, your avatar causes an enormous damage. Now speak to Joshua again.
It's slowly getting to be...
Come along.
Zerba, have mercy. Will this never end?
That will be interesting.
Rowan. One moment later, and we would have been lost.
Do you have the rune?
Tahira salvaged it from the ruins. Here it is.
Tahira, I thank you. You have...
Served you well?
I can understand your fury. Believe me, it was worth it. This rune is the key to our future and past. But I don't want to bother you any longer. Live in peace, Tahira. We will not meet again.
Farewell, Tahira.
You can now leave this map through the magic portal, or by clicking on the... Go west to the portal to leave the map, or follow the path to the south to find more useful hints.
On my way.
To adventure. Follow me.
On my way.
Whenever you see a structure, you will receive some tips and hints from different
Stand by me.
They're attacking. Ready to fight, sir.
Destiny awaits. Forward.
Engaging the enemy.
The lines must hold.
Understood.
Now.
Never surrender.
The lines must hold.
Enemy contact.
Send them to the River of Souls. Yes. On my way.
Never give up. Fortify the defenses.
River of Souls!
Never give up! Never give up!
For the room! Right away!
Never give up!
Understood. Will be done. Very well.
Let's go.
Will be done. Very well. On my way. Onward!
There it is.
Yes.
If you hold down the Alt key and give your own units go-to command with the right ones, your units will scout here by indicating several points. They will patrol these points one after the other, forwards and backwards, with no regard to their start. When scouting, your units will attack any enemy in their sight. By holding down the Shift key when you give your own unit at the final point, the units will stop.
Sir. Yes,
You
sir.
can use this method to send your units around an enemy camp
Right
without
away,
having
sir.
to change their directions over and over again.
Securing the area. Right away, sir. Ready for action. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Moving out.
Understood.
Quickly now.
Enemy contact.
For the glory of Aonir!
Let's go.
Right away. Yes.
Now.
Never surrender.
Yes.
Now.
You can do so already magic spells and also learn magic spells and magic. To do this, open your inventory and, for instance, first click on one magic spell and then the second one. As the buildings and magic spells
Understood.
in the action bar are shown in the same order, as they are sorted in the buildings menu or magic memory, this can be useful.
To adventure. To
Never
adventure.
give up! They're attacking! Never give up!
Moon warriors, stand by me. Follow me.
Right away. Understood.
Now.
The resources in
Very
SpellForce
well.
regenerate in the course of time. You can build settlements with elves and dwarves. In SpellForce, you will often build. The resource supplies of the dark and light races are separate. However,
Yes.
the races of light share their
Very well.
resources with each another,
Will be
as
done.
do the dark
To
races.
adventure.
When a normal go-to command is issued, the units will ignore enemies on their way to the target and only start to defend themselves as soon as they reach the destination. You can hold down the control key, give the go-to command to your own units with the right mouse button. In this case,
Awaiting
they
your
will
orders.
attack enemies along the way.
I'm ready. Forwards.
Enemy contact!
To adventure. Follow me.
Never surrender!
Stay with me
Never
then.
surrender! They're attacking!
Certain magic spells allow you to call upon so-called servants, who are loyal to the mages and support. However, these servants cost the mage a certain amount of mana as time passes, which leads to a slower regeneration of mana, or even a constant loss of mana. When the mage has lost all of his mana reserves, his servant dies.
Enemies beware. Moon warriors, stand by me.
Engaging the enemy!
It's an ambush. Now.
Fortify the defenses.
Rune warriors, stand by me. Let's go. Forwards. Follow me. Quickly now.
Never give up. Enemy contact.
Let's go. To adventure. Let's go. Let's go.
They're attacking.
When you first attack, the strongest enemy in the difficult group becomes selected. Then, you can switch through all the designations. This way, you can select many times very quickly. For example, for quicker fight system.
At arms, men.
Fortify the defenses.
Forwards. Enemies, beware. Let's go.
You can retroactively remove or change units that have been queued for summoning next to
Engaging the
monsters.
enemy.
To do this, select the monument and click on the unit currently on the production menu selection page, or on units in the waiting line to remove them.
Eyes open, sword ready, sir. Securing the area.
At your service. Right away. Ready and able. Twill be done. Very well.
Welcome back, my friend. I know your memory is paled. 8 years is a long time. Many things have happened. The war is over, but its consequences were terrible. The convocation has shattered the countenance of our world. Since then, I've tried to retain whatever is left over from this world. But now I have a feeling of time closing in. The circle is closing, and these lands need a protector. May the power of the ruin reawaken with you. But this time, you should not be the slave of someone else's will. This rune is the scourge on which your soul was forged. Wear it now yourself, and be the master of your own decisions.
I'm free. Master Rowan, the Orders sent me with an important message. Something's happening at the Wildland Pass. Creatures made of black steel. They are breaking into the Northlands.
The Iron Ones have come. So, it has now begun.
You must set out at once.
Indeed. I will go see Darius. You, my friend, should gather your strength first and arm yourself. Follow the messenger to the town of Greyfell. When you get there, speak to my friend Sartarius. He will give you your instructions. He belongs to the Order of Dawn. Good luck. We'll meet again when I return, Rune Warrior.
By the gods, he really called a rune warrior.
I can hardly remember. How do I get to that city, Greyfell?
Follow the path through the rocks. I'll go with you. But let's be careful. The mountain goblins are in an uproar.